Yo, I'm Carlin.
I'm Narika.
And this is
The Bench. How's it going, man?
Easy.
Don't sound easy.
Yeah, I wasn't. It's kind of sucks when you plan like 6 days leave and then you get sick on day one.
You weren't gonna do anything on your leave. Are you gonna
Yeah,
sleep?
so like, does it suck? Or like, because I was gonna get sick anyway, because the virus is already infected the cells in your human body. Because you know this, you studied it, right? So it's dormant and it was waiting to be awakened. So luckily enough, like it happened when I was on leave and I just had nothing to do. So, no responsibility. I could have just sat at home, relaxed.
That's what you did.
Yeah, that's what I did.
100% what you did.
It worked out.
Just don't get the viruses.
Now I think it's towards the end now. So
oh, you're not
yeah, like I'm not feeling.
Did you go
as
see
sick.
a doctor?
No. I just took some like a cocktail of.
Oh, so you're like a proper brown
medication.
person. You're your parents.
I rub Vicks.
You're your parents. That lemon, cinnamon, turmeric.
Yeah, I did a sinus
Vanilla.
cleanse for the first time in my life.
What the hell?
When they stick the tube up the nose and then it goes like you squeeze it and then the saline solution goes and then all of like the snot and stuff just comes out the
How
other
did
end.
that feel?
Strange. It feels like you're getting like when you go to the beach and then you the wave comes and it's like you just lose control and then like this salt water all over your face and stuff. Yeah, literally. Like the reaction I had after it was like that. Like
no water.
No, the water's coming up, but it's like you just wanna. That's the psychology, man.
Oh,
but yeah, that was my weekend and stuff.
We're back on the bench, another episode. There's a lot that's going on, a lot that's happening.
Yeah.
Let's start off with national team business.
The
FIFA 2023 Women's FIFA World Cup is happening in New Zealand. Guys, we're still trying to get there. Honestly, if you see how much flights to New Zealand are, you would understand why. I think I'm going to end up making a sign and then going to stand in like outside Sandton City. Like
in Joburg.
E-wallet me.
By yourself.
No, you have to be there.
Hey, we both get stolen. I can't lie, fam. Let's see. I'm not gonna help anybody out there.
Just like stand with the sign, like
other day, shout out. I don't know what this guy's name was, but in the middle of Sandton, he was selling his mixtape at the robot. So I was like, you know what? I didn't buy it. I was like, but I looked through the window. I was like, you do your thing, bro.
I think I'm gonna do that. Like there must be like a safer place in Sandton.
Yeah, no, it's safe enough. Safe enough to.
I think I'm gonna do that. Like, please send us to New Zealand. You wallet me money so I can go to New Zealand. But yeah, so talking about the Women's World Cup, the trophy is on a tour.
It is,
and it's coming to South Africa on the 22nd and the 23rd of March. So that is Wednesday and Thursday. Shapa Soweto on the 22nd, and then Kusani Mall in Vosloorus on the 23rd. Like from the morning, I think it's like 10 to 4 o'clock on both days or something like that. So pull through to see a World Cup trophy. Also, am I a delusional fan? Yes, because the trophy's gonna come back at the end of the World Cup. Yeah,
so you could wait like a couple months. It's gonna come back.
No, you have to it's like you don't even meet someone for the first time.
Yeah.
Like it's a greeting. So when it comes back, then it knows it's back home.
Oh, okay. You know what I
mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? So there is a World Cup trophy. Also talking about national teams, not about football. My captain, Temba Bavuma, with his 100.
Yeah, well done. Some of the greatest performances of recent time coming out of Temba.
I hope we get into the ICC Cricket World Cup.
Yeah.
And that he's not peaking too early.
Yeah, like we hope that he prolongs this purple patch of his when it really matters.
Yeah.
Not that it doesn't matter now, but like when it really matters, man. Like that's when you should be performing.
And then we're gonna run it back to football. Rumors, whispers about
VAR coming into the PSL. Crazy. Crazy thing is that everybody says no. Literally, everybody's like, yeah, no, we need it. There's no football going forward without VAR. Like, we've reached a point where you need it in order to. But like, we don't have goal line technology. That's number one.
We should get goal line technology.
Yeah, you need it first in order to get VAR. And then also, we don't have lights. So what happens now? Because the VAR station has to be, like, let's say in Durban, but we're playing in Johannesburg, right? But then what now? Like, Joburg got lights, but Durban, zoom, out. And then the VAR place goes out, So like, Yeah, it's a lot of like ifs and buts and like gaps that we need to fill before we get it. Crazy.
But if the PSL, the DSTV Prem does get wrong,
Yeah.
does that mean there's a lot of things that won't be sliding?
True. And I mean, it stops a lot of like these bribery and like
Will it also
favoritism scandals.
Will it improve the quality?
I think the officiating and quality of football goes like hand in hand. So, like, kind of, yeah.
Oh, it will improve the quality. There was some continental football, the CAF Confederation Cup. You know, a couple episodes ago, I asked, is Gallants in it? Colin said no. Someone came into our comment and said, actually, they are.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we make the content, in order to be corrected sometimes.
I knew that they were in it, though.
Yeah, it felt a bit weird when I said no, I can't lie.
So Gallants lost in their Confed game against Al Akhtar. They lose, but they're still on top.
Yeah.
You take an L, but you're still winning.
Yeah, and if I'm correct, I think the first two teams go through in the Confed Cup.
They're already into the next
one. So, like, if the first two teams don't go through, then they still need to finish top. But, like, I'm sure, like, that's how group stages work.
Yeah, no, they've already qualified.
They're already through, so it should be fine.
Can you imagine losing but you're still winning?
Yeah.
Like, what?
What's the point?
Bro, I'm still winning. What must happen? And then in the CAF Champions League, so we weren't here a couple weeks. Well, we didn't shoot the episode when Al Ahly played Sundowns. Masterclass from the team in yellow. Yeah,
it was crazy. That dominating performance over Al Ahly. Yeah.
I don't know. Is there a shift in the continent? Like, is there a shift in team? Because Al Ahly has been dominating, eh? Yo, guys, they've been there. They've just been, you know, they've had African football in a chokehold. But could we see a shift? Could it be that Sundowns are like, DSTV Prem got it on lock. Now, all we want to do is
focus on
those guys on the continent.
Yeah. All right. Sometimes you just need to move on. Like, let other guys win things and then, like, move on.
So when Sundowns beat Al Ahly at home, it put Al Ahly in a tricky situation. Then Sundowns already qualified, but they played Al Hilal, drew 1-1. They stay on the top of the group. They qualified into the next round of the competition. 2 South African teams, 2 continental trophies potentially could make it back home.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Crazy. Did I tell you that I met Ronald Williams?
When?
Crazy.
What?
Yeah, I did.
When?
I don't know. I think it was when you were in Durban or like when we took that 2-week break. It was crazy. Like I just saw him out and like we walked into the place and then like I saw him and I was like, you know what? Like he's with his family. I'm not gonna go. I'm not that person. Like you know.
Did you have to hello?
No. Then like we carried on walking in. And then like he looked at me, and then I looked at him, and like you know when you like kind of know.
He recognized
he kind of recognized me. So then I was like, my guy. And then he got up also. So like that's what I knew. Like he kind of knew who I was because he got up before I even got to. He's like, oh yeah, and I was like, oh yeah. Very awkward interaction because I was like, I don't want to I don't want to interrupt you and your family like lunch or whatever. Like so it was a casual day. And that was after the win also too. But I was just like, hey bro, nice to meet you.
Real recognize.
And then kept it moving. So yeah, exciting.
Real recognize. One day we'll get Ronwin on the bench.
Yeah.
One day we'll just like chat about things.
Chill guy. Someone very chill. Yeah.
Seems like a really nice guy.
Super chill. Super tall as well.
Is he?
It's crazy when you actually meet them in person. Like he's like.
Is he taller than you?
Yeah.
Really?
Back almost a head.
You're lying.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like I thought he's like your kind of height. So he is tall.
Yeah, he's tall.
Damn, what a goalkeeper. That's why he's a great goalkeeper, right?
And captain. Shout out to him.
And captain. So we're gonna run it back through the DSTV Prem, some quick results and stuff that has happened. Arrows beat Swallows 1-0. Richards Bay are just catching Owls 4-0 against TS Galaxy. And then Amazulu lost 2-0 against Stellenbosch. Guys, the KZN teams.
Oh, damn. Actually, yeah, you're right about that.
Arrows, Richards Bay, Amazulu. No, Arrows won. Sorry. Arrows beat Swallows. So Richards Bay and Amazulu lost.
Yeah.
And then your team, Sekukune, 1-1 against Chipa.
I think we kind of like can afford to lose some games. Going towards the end of the season, going to finish in 7 games now. And like there's like breathing room, but yeah, I think we started off like wild and dipped and stuff. It was like a yo-yo kind of season. So the next season, I think, is the one that they need to like focus on from now.
Okay, if you say so. Pirates beat SuperSport One, no, it was a penalty decision. I think Umalum gave his post-match press conference was like the shortest ever.
Yeah, it
And
was
nothing
crazy.
to say.
I think it was like 5 minutes, but I'm being generous and saying
No, it's
5
like
minutes.
4.
It was like 3 minutes 40, something crazy like that. But also, Uncle Gab, I appreciate his social media interactions. He is one manager, like, I know, immediately after the game, he's on the Twitter streets and you can interact with him. Like, I love it because it gives us the story behind the curtain, of like what's actually going on.
Man of the people.
Right? Man of the people. So I love it. Was he rightfully to be upset? I think so too. The narrative that's being drawn around this whole rifts and favoring certain teams from
Decisions being
certain regions,
Soweto.
Yeah, basically. So I hear it. I'm not gonna act like I'm blind to what I see, and then
It was an intense game
Yeah.
though, because we're not even worried about first position now. It's Sundowns versus Sundowns versus Sundowns.
first of the rest now.
Yeah, now it's first of the rest, and it's SuperSport in second, Pirates in third.
Yeah.
I think Kaizer Chiefs are also kind of up there with a
They're
couple
like fourth
points,
or fifth, yeah.
with a couple points behind. But SuperSport beats Pirates in
Yeah.
this game, or like gets a point. It increases that gap between them,
And like keeps them in Champions League football for next season.
yeah, and like second, like
Yeah.
they've now secured second.
Like
but now
really,
Pirates, like I think anyone's gonna be mad on a pen decision as well.
Yeah, and then late in the game, especially
Yeah.
when it's like a hotly contested game.
Yeah.
But then also like with so much riding on it, and if it's not like a clear-cut penalty decision, and like even if decision prior to that penalty is not going your way, it kind of sucks, So I understand the frustration.
Yeah, I do think refs do favor Soweto teams.
Yeah, but I mean what do they say? Don't ever say I never had any clout in this town.
Who says that?
You need to watch Generations, but
Oh, I know.
but that's basically what it is. I feel like big teams throughout the entire world get decisions from refs because that's
But
just
is
the clout.
SuperSport not a big team?
Compared to Orlando Pirates, no.
Oh, like a global brand.
Yeah.
Like a
Compared to historically Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, Sundowns even, they would get the biggest decisions or like the game-changing decisions in the game compared to like whatever team they're playing.
I think I really enjoy Malum Gav at SuperSport, and
Yeah.
it's like the resurgence of
Yeah.
SuperSport, because they never really were out of it. But like now with him back at SuperSport,
it feels right.
It just feels right.
It feels right, yeah.
And I hope it like continues, and I hope like next season it's a SuperSport are there. They have Sundowns, and you have to check your back, check the blind spots, and then you'll see SuperSport. So I'm hoping for that. Another very big game with a big result. Kaizer Chiefs beat Maritzburg 3-2. 3-2. Kaizer Chiefs took a lead though. They were up. They were winning.
They were up.
And then they conceded goals.
They almost bottled it, as usual.
Am I not surprised though? Kaizer Chiefs, and then they got a pin.
Yeah, you see, like comes back to like out of nowhere, they almost bottle a game, and then all of a sudden to win a game, they get a pin decision. I actually didn't watch the game, so I don't know what the pin decision looked like, but based on the results and both Soweto teams not getting penalties in the same weekend.
We'll push a narrative.
Hey, agendas will agenda.
We're gonna push the narrative.
Yeah.
But the thing is, my problem with Kaizer Chiefs is if you go up 2-0, how about you conceding 2 goals to a team that's being relegated essentially, or will be in a relegation battle, is in a relegation battle? How are you conceding 2 goals? Kaizer Chiefs could have easily ended that game with 1 point, meaning that fight for second becomes less and less and less a fight that includes them in it. I don't understand what's going on in Kaizer Chiefs. Someone needs to. I saw like one of the Kaizer Chiefs supporters. Because supporters tweeted whether they should have kept Malum Gav. Yeah,
that was when that meme on Twitter was going off, with the swords and stuff, and they were like, unpopular opinion, we should have kept Malum Gav longer.
I think so too.
I think so too.
I definitely think so.
Because he didn't have backing that first season. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
Kaizer
Chiefs scored 3 goals. Yeah. 1 goal more than Maritzburg.
Yeah.
Got their 3 points. They keep it moving. Do you know what is interesting? Our national team, our men's national team coach, Hugo Bruce came out and was also quite critical about these teams in Soweto. He said they need to start performing so that when we look at the national team, these players are in the national team.
Like, don't be surprised that they're not selected.
Like, it only makes sense if you are a South African player who plays for Sundowns and you are always winning for you to be in the Bafana team, right?
Exactly.
Now, if you're in the other teams that aren't winning, why would you be there?
Like, what's the point?
Talking about Bafana, Hugo Bruce did come out with his 23-man squad for the African Cup of Nations qualifier. Guys, we need to qualify. Like, I'm being serious now. This isn't like we need to qualify. We need to be in the next African Cup of Nations. I'm not joking. This is serious. Serious business. So, he did come out. He was quite critical about the Soweto teams. There was a lot of comments about Njabulo Blom and his MLS team they were being shady, essentially. It's like, if I had to ask you a question, it's like you're dating someone, right? And then you cheated on them. And then you come back home. And then you ask them, what were you doing? And then they were like, nah, I was just,
What, working overtime?
It's overtime. Okay, and then what happened? Nah, and then I went to go see my mom at 2 a.m. Yeah, no, she called me at 2 a.m. And then next thing you know, the Han was there on Find My iPhone. They knew exactly where you were. So that was like a
learning curve.
No one knew because they didn't want to be honest about Njabulo Blom's state and ability to play and stuff. But there's some interesting names. He was named in the 23-man squad. Saleng.
Yeah, keen to see him play now for Bafana consistency. And then even the kid from Sundowns, I think, made the squad, Cassius.
Yes.
So exciting.
There's names here that we normally see a lot, like Innocent Mayela, obviously Ronan Williams. I know that Moby's in the team ahead of Mutau, and people are like,
given recent performances, people are like, why? But
is Moby the guy? Is he really the guy? And then we got Percy Tau, Starboy back. Lau Forster, he started.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
And he's going to be in the Prem next season.
And he's going to be in the Prem next season.
In that side of the world. So
levels.
He deserves to start for Bafana Bafana if that's the case.
He definitely is. Do you think... So the women's team has already won an African Cup of Nations trophy.
So have the men's.
Yeah, but that wasn't... You weren't even alive.
But so have the men's. When you look at the record, it says the AFCON won.
AFCON won.
Okay.
But now it's equal. So like in a tennis match.
Oh, okay. So now it's like one has to up the other.
Yeah, because I definitely think our women's team could go back to AFCON and win it again.
Yeah, true.
Go back-to-back champions.
True.
So, and is it our time?
Yeah.
Do you think Hugo Bruce is going to?
I think there's huge potential, but I think now throughout all the countries in Africa, you've seen the level of football just increase significantly over the past 5 years.
100%.
So it's going to be a tough one, if anything, for us to make a dent in teams like Senegal, Egypt, and such going forward.
I don't know. I kind of have hope and faith going into the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. So Bafana Bafana versus Liberia. We are playing on Friday at Orlando Stadium, if I'm not mistaken, at home, and then 4 days later, we are going to. Well, we are not physically going to Liberia, unless you want to also make us go to Liberia. I'll go. But then it's the next leg in Liberia. I think with players like Saleng, who's just on a scoring hot streak, I expect goals on Friday.
True.
I expect a lot of goals on Friday. And then Lyle in the team, and then Percy out. Guys, it's all the flavors to make the best meal possible. I think it's a really strong squad. So Bafana Bafana are playing Liberia in the African Cup of Nations because it is an international break. Playing against Liberia, as I said, on Friday at Orlando Stadium, pulled through. There is the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup Trophy Tour at Chapa Soweto and at Chris Hani Moore on the 22nd and 23rd of March this week. Pulled through. Let us know your thoughts about the DSTV Prem log, the best of the rest. Who's going to end up in second position? SuperSport, Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs name.
Somewhere there.
They're somewhere there. They're not like strongly there, but they're faintly there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We are the Bench. It's all love. Until next time. Bye.